There is a feeling at the end of certain days that your hands are just too full. It's not about physical objects. It's that your inner hands, the ones made of attention, of care, of worry, are spilling over. They're clutching the sharp, fragmented pieces of a conversation that didn't land right. They're cupping the cold, heavy water of a fear you can't pour out. They're trying to balance the delicate, trembling bird of a hope that feels too fragile to set down. Your grip is tired. Your arms ache. And a quiet, desperate thought forms. I cannot hold all this. Not one more thing. And then you look up. Or you simply stop looking at your full hands and you feel the space around you. The dark, the quiet, the immense, soft nothingness of the night. And the realization comes not as a thought, but as a physical relief in your shoulders. The night holds what I can't. It's not that the night fixes anything. It doesn't solve the problem, answer the question, or mend the broken piece. Its magic is simpler, more profound. It offers capacity. While your human attention is a narrow beam, a focused spotlight that can only illuminate one thing at a time, the night is the entire dark theater. It has room for everything. It can hold the jagged shard and the trembling bird without conflict, without judgment, without asking you to choose. Hello, it's Sarah. Welcome to Nightform Stillness. Tonight, we're not going to try to make your hands stronger or your grip more secure. We're going to practice the sacred art of letting the night hold it. We're going to learn to unclench, not by dropping our treasures and fears onto the hard floor of our minds, but by placing them gently into the infinite, soft hands of the dark. So let's begin. Feel what you're holding. Don't list it. Don't analyze it. Just feel the weight, the texture, the temperature of it all in your inner grasp. The collective burden. Now, imagine your awareness expanding. Not outward into the room, but backward into the support behind you. Feel the night at your back like a deep, velvety curtain. It is not empty. It is full of a quiet, patient intelligence, the intelligence of space itself. One by one, we're going to turn each burden into an object and offer it to that space. Start with the sharpest thing, the remark that cut, the mistake that stings. Feel its shape, its hard edges. Now, in your mind's eye, lift it from your clutch. Hold it out before you, and then simply open your fingers. Let it fall into the dark space in front of you. Don't watch it hit a mental floor. Imagine it being received by the darkness, swallowed by the soft, endless depth. The night can hold sharpness. It doesn't get cut. Now, the heaviest thing, the dread, the obligation, the leaden fatigue. Feel its weight pulling your arms down. Now, imagine setting it down. Not on a shelf in your mind, but directly onto the lap of the night. Feel the night accept the weight without a sigh, without a strain. The ground of being can hold any mass. Now, the most fragile thing, that tiny hope, that delicate feeling of tenderness or vulnerability that you're afraid will be crushed. Cup it carefully. Then open your hands and let it rest on the palm of the dark. Imagine the night surrounding it not with pressure, but with a protective stillness. A quiet so complete it becomes a sanctuary. One by one, offer it all. Confusion, the anger, the love that has nowhere to go. Hand each item over to the boundless capacity of the dark. Feel your own hands now, empty, open, resting palms up on your lap. They are not useless. They are in a state of reception. They are ready to receive rest, to receive peace, to simply be without a task. The night holds what you can't. And in that holding, you are freed. Freed not from your life, but from the exhausting illusion that you must carry the universe alone in your two human hands. You are part of the universe, and the universe, in the form of this vast, generous night, is holding you and everything you brought to it. You can rest now. Your shift is over. The dark has the watch. You placed the burdens into the night's keeping. You felt the relief of empty hands. But now, in that emptiness, a subtle anxiety might flutter. A watcher at the back of your mind whispers, "Is it really okay to let go? What if I need that sharp memory tomorrow? What if that fragile hope gets lost in the dark?" This is the second, more insidious layer of holding, clinging to the identity of the holder. We believe that our constant management, our vigilant turning over of worries, is a form of stewardship. That if we stop holding it all, we are being irresponsible. That the night might be vast, but it is not careful like we are. This is where we must learn the night's second quality. The night is not careless, it is trustable. It holds with a fidelity deeper than our fretful attention. Think of the roots of a great tree, unseen in the dark soil. The tree does not stay awake all night worrying if the soil will still be there, if the roots are still holding. It trusts the dark embrace. It surrenders its weight. And in that surrender, it is nourished, stabilized, renewed. Your mind's vigilance is a form of mistrust in life, in process, in the intelligence of rest itself. To truly let the night hold what you can't, you must also let it hold your role as the manager. You must grant yourself permission to clock out. Hello again. It's Sarah. Tonight, we go a step beyond depositing our burdens. We surrender the job title of bearer of burdens. We practice functional trust. Return to the feeling of the night around you, a soft, boundless presence. Feel the items you placed within it, the sharp, heavy, the fragile. They are out of your hands, but perhaps not yet out of your care. Now, imagine the night not as a void, but as a wise, ancient guardian. It has held continents. It has cradled civilizations to sleep and watched them rise. It knows how to hold a trembling hope without crushing it. It knows how to contain a sharp regret without being torn. Its care is not anxious. It is absolute. It is the care of gravity, of space, of the fundamental laws that keep the cosmos in balance. From this perspective, speak inwardly to the part of you that is still on guard, the sleepless sentry. You have done your duty. You have carried, you have identified, you have cataloged the wounds and the wonders. Your watch is honored, and now it is over. I am relieving you of your post. The night has the watch. It does not need your eyes. It does not need your reports. It holds in a way you cannot comprehend, simply, wholly, without effort. Your only task now is to experience what it feels like to be held, to be the tree, not the root, to be the sleeper, not the guard. Feel the release in that. You are not abandoning your post in dereliction of duty. You are being honorably discharged by a higher authority, the authority of nature itself, which decrees that all things must rest. Now, bring your awareness fully into your body, not to manage it, but to feel it being held. Feel the weight of your limbs sinking into the support beneath you. That is the night holding your body. Feel the rhythm of your breath moving without your command. That is the night breathing you. Feel the quiet hum of your aliveness. That is the night humming within you. You are not letting go into emptiness. You are letting go into a holding so vast and so competent that your own fierce, tired grip is revealed as a tiny, unnecessary gesture. The night holds what you can't, and it also holds you, the one who was trying so hard to hold it all. In that double embrace, there is finally, completely, nothing left for you to do. There is a deep, wordless peace in that double embrace, the night holding your burdens, the night holding you, the relieved holder. In that peace, the boundaries between you and the dark begin to soften. The sense of you here and night out there starts to blur. And in that blurring, a new knowing dawns, gentle and absolute. You are not merely being held by the night. You are made of the same substance. The night isn't just a separate force offering you respite. The quiet, the spaciousness, the boundless capacity you feel around you, it is also within you. It is the very ground of your own awareness. Your mind, when it is not chattering, is that quiet. Your heart, when it is not clutching, is that spaciousness. Your being, when it is not identified with its temporary burdens, is that boundless capacity. The night holds what you can't because you are the night, momentarily dreaming you are a separate someone with terribly heavy, small hands. The weariness is the strain of that dream, the exhausting effort of maintaining an illusion of separation from the vast, supportive whole. This is the third and most profound shift, realizing you are the holding. The refuge you seek is not outside yourself. It is yourself in your deepest, most essential nature. The sharp shard, the heavy weight, the fragile bird, they are all happening within you, the vast night-like awareness. They are weather in your sky. They are not other than you, they are modulations of your own being. Hello, you, it's Sarah. Tonight, we practice dissolving the last seam between the seeker and the sanctuary. We stop looking for a place of peace and start recognizing we are the very space where peace and everything else occurs. Let this be simple. Feel the quiet in the room. Now, feel the quiet in your mind. Is there a difference? Or is it one seamless quiet, experienced both outside and in? Let the boundary between inner and outer dissolve. Feel the spaciousness of the dark around you. Now, feel the spaciousness in your chest, behind your eyes, in the awareness that holds your thoughts. Is there a difference? Or is it one seamless space? Feel the night's capacity to hold everything without judgment. Now, turn that same quality of allowance upon your own experience. Can you, as awareness, hold the sensation of your tired body without judging it? Can you hold a passing thought without grabbing it? This is you, exercising your native, night-like capacity. You are not a person in the night. You are the night, experiencing itself as a person. The burdens you carried were never outside this. They were troubled dreams within the great, dark, conscious sleep that you are. From this recognition, letting the night hold it transforms. It is no longer an act of transfer to an external force. It is an act of remembering your true scale. You open your clenched, personal fists and relax back into your infinite, impersonal embrace. You stop trying to manage the storm and remember you are the sky that contains it. So tonight, rest as the night. Be the quiet. Be the space. Be the holding. Let the sensations, memories, and worries be like stars, distant, beautiful, intrinsic to the dark tapestry, but not defining its vastness. You are what you sought. The holding you needed was your own original, boundless nature, waiting for you to stop looking for it elsewhere and simply be it. Resting as the night, as the vast, holding awareness that you are brings a stillness so deep it feels ancient. It is the stillness of the source. And from this source, a natural, effortless movement begins. Not the movement of doing, but the movement of unfolding. Like a deep, slow tide within the dark ocean, or the invisible expansion of roots in black soil. This is the fourth phase. The night doesn't just hold, it transforms. It is not a static storage unit for your troubles. It is a living alchemical medium. In the safe, non-judgmental dark, the sharp edges of regret begin to soften, not because you filed them down, but because the context around them became so vast that their sharpness loses its meaning. The heavy weight of dread begins to disperse, like mist thinning under a steady, patient gaze. The fragile hope, held in absolute safety, stops trembling and begins to gather its own gentle light. What you could not hold was not just the weight, but the process. You could not hold the sharp thing and soften it. You could not hold the heavy thing and dissolve it. You could not hold the fragile thing and give it the unwavering safety to grow. The night can, because the night is not a person with an agenda. It is a condition, the condition of total allowance. And within that condition, things naturally move toward integration, toward peace, toward their own resolution. Hello again, it's Sarah. Tonight, we move from surrender to observation. We watch what happens to our burdens when we truly let the night have them. We trust the alchemy of the dark. Bring to mind one of the burdens you surrendered. Choose one. The sharp remark, the heavy obligation. Feel its essence, but from your new vantage point as the night. See it suspended in the dark space of your awareness. Now, imagine the night's quality of absolute allowance wrapping around it. Not fixing it, not even loving it, just giving it infinite permission to be exactly as it is. Watch. In this permission, does the sharp thing begin to blur at the edges? Does it start to look less like a weapon and more like a sad, frozen moment of pain? The night's allowance lets it thaw, lets it reveal its true nature, not as a threat, but as a cry that has finished echoing. Watch the heavy thing. In the weightless embrace of the dark, does its density begin to loosen? Does it start to separate into its component parts, a fear here, a responsibility there, a simple fatigue underneath? The night's vastness allows it to unpack itself, to stop being a monolithic dread and become a collection of smaller, manageable truths. Watch the fragile hope. In the utter safety of the dark, does it stop cowering? Does it begin to pulse softly, like a tiny star? The night's protection isn't a cage. It's the infinite void in which a star can shine without fear of being smothered. This is the magic you could not perform. You could not create the condition of total, agenda-less safety because you were part of the story. The night has no story. It is just space. And in that space, everything is allowed to follow its own intelligence toward wholeness. Your work tonight is to watch this alchemy with gentle curiosity. You are not doing it. You are allowing it by being the condition in which it happens. You are the night, witnessing the natural transformation of all that is placed within you. Let go of any expectation of what the end result should be. The sharp thing may not become sweet. The heavy thing may not become light, but it will become something else, something more true, more integrated, more at peace within the vastness. And that is enough. Rest now as the alchemical dark. Hold your burdens in this new way, not as a weary custodian, but as the transformative night itself. And trust that what you could not fix, the quiet, boundless intelligence of rest, is healing in its own way, in its own time. Watching the night's alchemy, seeing the sharpness blur, the weight disperse, the fragile light begin to steady, you might feel a new sensation rising from the depths. It is not about the burdens anymore. It is a quiet, swelling fullness, not the fullness of clutter or pressure, but the fullness of a deep well that has been replenished from a hidden spring. This is the fifth gift. The night doesn't just hold and transform, it returns you to yourself, restored. You came to the night because your hands were too full. Your capacity was spent. You were a vessel, cracked and empty, trying to hold an ocean. The night, in its infinite wisdom, did not pour more water into your broken cup. It did something far more profound. It reminded you that you are not the cup. You are the shore, and the ocean of your experience, with all its turbulent waves and calm depths, was always meant to wash over you, through you, and then recede, leaving you cleansed, smoothed, and fundamentally unchanged in your essence. The restoration is not about getting something back that you lost. It's about shedding the illusion that you were ever lacking. The energy you thought was gone, the patience, the resilience, the gentle curiosity, was never yours to manufacture and spend. It is a quality of the shore itself, of the aware presence you are. It was merely obscured by the frantic activity of trying to be the ocean, trying to manage every wave. Hello, you, it's Sarah. Tonight, we move from observation to reception. We allow the night's work to complete itself not on our burdens, but on us. We receive the restoration that comes when we stop confusing ourselves with the storm. Settle into your being as the shore. Feel the solid, silent, eternal ground of your awareness. Now, imagine the waves of your day, the frustrations, the joys, the worries washing in. Feel them come, but as the shore, you do not hold them. You experience them and you let them go. They wash back into the vastness. With each wave that recedes, feel what it leaves behind. Not debris, but smoothness. a deeper peace, a clearer sense of the contour of your own being, worn smooth by the honest experience of life, not damaged by it. Now, bring your attention to the center of your chest, the core of your being. Imagine a soft, cool, dark light there. This is your essence light. It is not a battery that depletes. It is a reflection of the moon on your inner ocean, constant calm, drawing its energy from a source beyond itself. Breathe into this essence light. With each inhale, feel it brighten just perceptibly, not because you are adding to it, but because you are removing the clouds of identity that obscured it. You are not the weary holder, the anxious manager, the fragile vessel. You are the shore. You are the light. You are the space in which all of this drama unfolds and then quietens. This is the restoration, the return to knowing what you are. The night held what you couldn't so that you could remember you are what can't be burdened. You are the capacity for all of it, and the serene stillness that remains when the content of the moment changes. From this place, you do not face tomorrow refueled for the same old fight. You face it as a different landscape. The waves will come again, but you will meet them as the shore solid, spacious, and beautifully, unshakably at rest in your own nature. The night's final gift is this. It gives you back to yourself, whole, and teaches you that you were never broken. Restored as the shore, solid and serene in your own essence, a new relationship with the night emerges. It is no longer a separate force you appeal to for relief. It becomes a partner, a silent collaborator in the art of being alive. You understand now. The night holds what you can't, and you are the night. So the act of holding becomes a continuous, effortless dance, not a desperate transfer. From this partnership, a quiet, powerful intention can form. It's not the intention to control or fix, but the intention to align. To let your human actions, your words, your choices, your presence flow from this deep, night-like quality within you. To be in the daylight world, a pocket of that same boundless holding, a haven of that same non-judgmental space. This is the sixth integration. You become a conduit for the night's grace. Having been held, you learn to hold not burdens, but space for yourself and for others. Your listening becomes the night's quiet. Your patience becomes its vast allowance. Your compassion becomes its transformative safety. Think of it as learning the night's language and then speaking it into your waking life. When a friend is in distress, you won't just offer solutions, the day's sharp tools. You will first offer the night's gift, space, a quiet, listening presence that holds their pain without immediately trying to fix it, just as the night held yours. When you face your own inner turbulence, You won't just wrestle with it the old, exhausting way. You will offer it the night's gift, allowance. You will become the sky for your own weather, vast and undisturbed. Hello again. It's Sarah. Tonight, we practice this translation. We take the qualities of the night we've experienced and embody them as conscious practices for living. Settle into your shore-like essence. Feel the night within you, the quiet, the space, the holding capacity. Now, let's translate 3 night qualities into day actions. 1. The quality of deep quiet, right arrow, the practice of pause. The night's quiet is not empty, it is receptive. Tomorrow, before reacting to a provocation, before answering a complex question, give yourself the gift of 1 full breath of silent pause. In that breath, be the night. Be receptive. Let the noise of impulse settle. Then, speak or act from the clarity that emerges in the quiet. This is bringing the night's stillness into motion. 2. The quality of boundless space, right arrow, the practice of release. The night holds without gripping. Tomorrow, when you feel the old, familiar clutch of a worry or a grudge, consciously exhale and imagine giving it more space. Mentally place it in a wider field, like setting an object in the center of a large, empty room. Don't fight it. Give it room to be, and in doing so, you rob it of its power to constrict you. This is bringing the night's spaciousness into your emotional landscape. 3. The quality of alchemical safety, right arrow, the practice of kind observation. The night allowed your burdens to transform in safe darkness. Tomorrow, when you notice a harsh self-judgment or a critical thought about someone else, don't engage in war with it. Instead, observe it with kindness. See it as a fragile thing held in the safe container of your awareness. Watch it without feeding it. This is bringing the night's transformative safety into your inner dialogue. You are not trying to be the night 24/7. You are learning to let it flow through you when it is most needed. You are building a bridge between the profound peace of your essential nature and the practical reality of your human life. So tonight, as you rest, feel yourself as this bridge. The night holds what you can't, and now you are learning to extend that holding gently, wisely, mercifully into every corner of your being and your world. This is how the sanctuary becomes portable. This is how you live from the restoration, not just visit it in the dark. Living as a conduit, allowing the night's qualities to flow through you, creates a subtle but profound shift in your sense of time. The night, in its essence, is timeless. It is the great, dark interval between days, holding the past and future in suspension. As you align with it, your relationship with your own personal time the relentless forward march of hours, the backward pull of regrets begins to soften. You start to touch the eternal present that the night embodies. This is the seventh insight. The night holds what you can't because it exists outside the story of time in which your worries are born. A worry is a story about a future that hasn't happened, anchored by a past that's already gone. The night is the silent, spacious now that contains both the memory of the past and the potential of the future, but is not defined by either. When you let the night hold your worry, you are not just setting down a thought, you are placing a time-bound story into a timeless context. And in that context, the story loses its power. It becomes just a pattern of energy, a ripple in the eternal present. From this vantage point, the urgency dissolves. The what if and the if only are seen as phantoms, flickering against the steady, dark screen of now. The night doesn't solve your future problems. It reveals that, in this present moment, there is no problem. There is only this breath, this quiet, this boundless holding. Hello, you, it's Sarah. Tonight, we practice temporal surrender. We let the night hold not just our burdens, but our addiction to time itself. We step out of the storyline and into the sanctuary of the timeless present. Settle deeply. Feel the night within and around you. Now, bring to mind a worry that feels urgent, a tomorrow problem. Feel its urgency. Notice how it pulls your mind forward, out of this moment. That pull is its life force. Now, gently escort that worry out of the future and place it here in the present night. Say to it, for now, you are not a tomorrow thing. You are a now thought, and in the now, there is only space. Imagine the worry as a sentence written on a piece of paper. See yourself placing that paper into the vast, dark space of the present night. Watch as the words don't disappear, but they stop commanding you. They become just an arrangement of ink, held in a silence so much larger than their meaning. Now, bring to mind a regret, a yesterday pain. Feel its backward pull, its hook in the past. Gently escort it into the present night. For now, you are not a yesterday thing. You are a now memory. And in the now, memories are just shadows, not substance. Place this memory paper into the same vast space. Let it be a shadow held in the dark, not a ghost haunting your present. Feel the result. With the future pull and past pull both surrendered to the timeless now, what is left? You here, breathing, aware, unburdened by time's narrative. This is the night's ultimate holding power. It gives you back your present moment, free from the weight of what was and the anxiety of what might be. In this present, you are not a character in a stressful story. You are the aware space in which all stories arise and pass away. Rest here in this timeless now. Let the night hold the clock. Let it hold the calendar. Your only responsibility is to inhabit this single, endless point of presence. From here, you can meet tomorrow not as a threat waiting in the future, but as another present moment, another now, that will be met with the same spacious, night-born awareness. The hurry is over. You are held in the eternal, and it is enough. Resting in the timeless now, held in the night's eternal present, a final layer of understanding settles. It is not about you and the night anymore. The separation has dissolved. You have realized you are the night, the space, the holding. And from this wholeness, you might notice the world outside, not as a separate, threatening place, but as an extension of the same living reality. The tree outside your window rests in the night. The sleeping city rests in the night. The distant stars are embedded in the night. You are all resting in the same fundamental condition, being held. This is the eighth and most expansive knowing. The night that holds what you can't is the same night that holds everything. Your personal worries are not special exceptions to a harsh universe. They are small, localized eddies in a vast, gentle current that holds all of existence. The same quiet that cradles your fatigue cradles the sprouting seed and the aging stone. The same spaciousness that holds your confusion holds the orbits of planets. The same dark intelligence that transforms your sharp regret is patiently recycling stardust into new life. When you let the night hold your burdens, you are not making a private deal. You are joining a universal rhythm. You are aligning yourself with the most fundamental law there is, the law of support. The ground supports the tree. The ocean supports the whale. The sky supports the cloud. The night supports the dreamer. You are not an aberration needing special help. You are a participant in a cosmos designed for holding. Hello, it's Sarah. Tonight, we expand our sense of sanctuary until it has no edges. We move from personal relief to cosmic belonging. Settle into your night like awareness. Feel its boundless, quiet presence. Now, imagine this presence radiating out from you, not as an effort, but as a simple fact, like the coolness of dark air. Feel it touch the walls of your room and then pass through them. It merges with the outdoor night, becoming one field. This field holds the sleeping bird in the eaves, the roots of the tree deep in the soil, the last light in a neighbor's window. Expand further. Let your awareness be the night that holds your town, your country, the curve of the planet. It holds deserts and oceans, mountains and valleys, all in the same silent embrace. Expand until you feel it holding the very planet as it turns, a blue marble resting in the black velvet of space. The stars are not holes in the holding, they are points of light within it, held in perfect, spacious relationship. Now, bring your personal worry back to mind. That small, sharp thing. See it now within this cosmic context. It is a tiny, flickering thought form, resting in the same infinite night that holds galaxies. Does its size change? Does its terror diminish when you see it as one small event in a universe that is fundamentally, irrevocably held? This perspective is not meant to minimize your pain. It is meant to contextualize it within an ocean of support. You are not alone in your struggle to hold on. Everything is being held. Your surrender is not a failure. It is a homecoming to the way things actually are. Rest in this cosmic belonging. You are not a lonely soul casting burdens into an uncaring void. You are a cell in the body of the universe, learning to trust the circulatory system that already sustains you. The night holds what you can't, because holding is what the night does for all of existence. And you, dear one, are included in that all. This cosmic belonging, the realization that your surrender is a homecoming to the universal law of support, changes the texture of your being. It is no longer a concept, but a cellular knowing. A quiet hum in the marrow of your bones that says, I am held. I am the holding. There is no difference. From this seamless unity, a final, gentle curiosity arises, not about the past or future, but about the potential nested within this eternal now. If the night holds everything, and you are that night, then what wants to emerge from this potent stillness? Not a worried thought, not a burden to carry, but perhaps a seed of clarity, a seed of compassion, a seed of a new way of being that is native to this peace. This is the ninth phase, the night as a womb. It holds not to store, but to germinate. The sharp edges softened, the heavy weights dispersed, the fragile hopes steadied. This was the preparation of the soil. Now, in the rich, dark quiet, something new can stir from the core of your restored being. Something that could not have been forced by your will, or born in the noisy daylight of constant doing. This is not about setting goals for tomorrow. It is about listening for the first, faint pulse of life from within the deep restoration. What wants to take root in the spaciousness you've become? Perhaps it is simply the quiet intention to speak more kindly to yourself. Perhaps it is a wordless knowing that a certain path has ended, making room for another. Perhaps it is just the seed of trust itself, now ready to break open and send a green shoot into your daily life. So, let us listen for the seed. Settle into the cosmic night you are. Feel the infinite holding. Feel the profound peace of being exactly what you are, where you are. Now, from this deep center, ask, what wants to emerge from this silence? Do not answer with your mind. Listen with your whole being. Feel for a subtle movement, a gentle inclination, a softening toward a particular quality. It might feel like a slight warming in your heart toward a forgotten dream, a relaxation around an old expectation, a simple, clear no to a drain you've tolerated, or a clear yes to a small, neglected joy. Receive this inclination as the seed. It is not a command. It is an offering from your deepest intelligence to your conscious self, a suggestion for how to carry the night's essence forward. Do not rush to plant it. Just hold it in the dark warmth of your awareness. Bless it. Thank the night for preparing the ground for its arrival. Know that this seed contains its own timing, its own intelligence for growth. Your only job is to recognize it, protect its fragility, and allow it the same boundless holding that brought it forth. You began by needing the night to hold what you couldn't. You end by becoming the night, holding the seed of what you are becoming. The cycle is complete. The exhaustion was the friction of becoming what you are not. The peace is the harmony of being what you are and allowing what is within you to naturally, quietly unfurl. And so we arrive at the silent core of the spiral. We began with a cry for respite. The night holds what I can't. And we have followed that thread through layers of surrender, realization, and integration, all the way back to its source. The source is not the night outside your window. It is the night within your own awareness, the vast, quiet, holding intelligence that you are. The journey reveals its final, simple truth. You are the night. The holding you sought was your own native state. The burdens were never yours to carry alone. They were clouds passing through your sky. The restoration was not something given, but something remembered, the unshakable peace of being the space, not the story. From this knowing, life continues, but you are irrevocably changed. You will still feel the pull of old worries, the weight of human concerns. But now you will feel beneath them the solid, silent ground of your true nature. You will have a practice, not of struggle, but of remembrance. A breath taken in pause becomes a doorway back to the night within. A moment of feeling overwhelmed becomes a signal to rest as the sky, not fight the storm. The night that holds what you can't is not a temporary shelter. It is your permanent home, and you are both the sanctuary and the welcomed guest, the holder and the held. There is no conflict in this. It is the wholeness you were born with and have now, at last, recognized. If this journey from burdened separation to boundless unity has been a map for you, you can help this map remain available for others. Please consider subscribing to Nightform Stillness. By subscribing, you add your light to this shared constellation, helping others find their way through their own dark. And if a moment here felt like a key unlocking a door within you, please share it. Share it with someone who is in the thick of carrying what feels too heavy. Your share might be the whisper that reminds them to look up, to feel the vastness, to remember they are not a bearer of burdens, but the very night that can hold them all. Thank you for your courage in setting things down, for your trust in the dark, for your willingness to remember. This is Sarah. The peace you found here is not in my words. It is in you. It is you. You are the quiet. You are the safety. You are the holding night. Walk gently with that knowing. Good night.